slot in your inventory, which you can see in the bottom right in your actual usable inventory.
Yep.
Bottom right, so you have an axe. So you can now chop trees, chop rocks, chop ore, etc.
Do I need to put this into my...
It should automatically be... What's that?
No,
you don't need it in your center bar. If it's in the bottom right, it's automatically usable as is. It's basically in your hand and ready to use. Okay. Next thing, if you scroll out a little bit, you'll see some ores on the map. There's four resources. Well, there's 6 resources in the base game.
Iron ore, just down to the sort of 7 o'clock.
Yeah. That's iron there. And you can see Keith's already put up a burner miner drill and a furnace. What he's doing is he's mining the iron ore and putting it into a furnace, and it's being smelted into those iron plates you had in your inventory to start. There's 6 resources in the base game: water and wood. You have iron, copper, which you can see up here, the little orange spot on the mini map.
Okay, yeah.
There's coal, which is the black spot down here south of the lake.
Just below the okay, yeah.
And then there's oil, which are the pink spots on the mini map. They're single.
There's one at 2 o'clock at the lake, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, those are your basic resources for the base game. Everything is made out of those resources. The object is... Oh, I'm sorry. There is one more resource. I forgot about stone.
So stone's red?
Stone is this brownish material on the ground here.
Okay.
That's the seventh resource I forgot about. So everything in the base game is made out of one or more of those 7 resources. You'll see in your inventory bar in the bottom center, you start with the burner miner drill and a furnace. Generally, what you want to do is come down here to the iron, and we need lots and lots of iron.
Oh yes.
So pick up the miner first. Your R key, you click on it, it'll pick it up. Your R key rotates the item around. You see a little arrow pointing out?
Yeah.
That's where the output of the mine is going to go.
Okay.
Pop it down. Now you need something to collect that. If you don't have anything to collect it, it'll mine one item and put it on the ground and just stop. But we also have a furnace, which is useful because the iron has to be smelted into from raw ore into...
Hold on, castinar. Do I want the arrow facing downwards or...
Doesn't matter. Generally, you're going to do it on the outside, pointing outside of the iron field.
Okay.
Okay, and now the arrow is where you want to put the furnace. Make sure the furnace is at the output of that, so that the raw ore goes into the furnace.
There's no pointer on this one.
No, there isn't on the furnace.
Okay.
So, certain items do, the drills being the primary one. Okay, now what you have set up is you're going to mine, or if you hover over the miner, and then look over at the right, there's a pop-up that shows up, and you can see expected resources. It'll say like 2.6K or something like that.
Yeah, 2.7, yeah.
So that's how much raw ore you can get from that miner in that spot. Now, you'll also see a flashing fuel icon over both the miner and the furnace. Some items require fuel.
Okay.
These being one. There's 2 sources of fuel in this game, right now anyway. Wood and coal. Right now,
3.
if you've chopped any wood...
There's 3.
I said right now. I said right now.
Sorry, my bad.
Shut up, Keith.
If you've chopped some wood, you can go into open your inventory with the E key.
Yep.
You can
I've got 8.
pick up the wood.
Hello,
Yep.
Scott.
Pick up the wood.
Yep.
Now, if you or hold the control key and right click on the furnace, you'll put half of the wood in the furnace. There you go. Now, if you shift and click, you can put the rest in whatever's on your cursor in the other one. If you control click, you'll only put 2 in the other one. But it should be shift click. Will put the rest in. No, I'm sorry. It's control left click. to put the rest
Yep,
in
got
the
it.
ore. Okay, that'll fuel those. Now that'll go for a little bit. Wood burns faster than coal, so that's not going to last too long. Next thing you want to do is grab a source of stone. So up here, he's got some stone being mined. What is the default key for showing what's in an item? Is it the Z
Alt.
key? The Alt.
Left Alt.
Okay, hit your Alt key, left Alt, and you'll be able to see what's in, like, the furnace. You'll see the iron plates now.
Yep.
Okay. I always change that from left Alt. I don't like it, but that's fine. You'll see stone in this chest up here. Basically, you'll be able to see what buildings are producing and what's in chests and things. So come up here to the chest and control right click on the chest, and you'll take half of the stone out of that chest. Okay, I'll take the rest. Now what we want to do is use that stone. Again, if you open your crafting menu, E for the crafting menu,
Yep.
go to the production tab, the second tab. You can see what we can do with that stone. We can make 3 more furnaces, but we don't want furnaces. Furnaces right now we don't need. Look right above the furnace. You'll see the burner miner drill, the drills that we just put. We want to make some more of those. So what you want to do, you'll see the requirements: 3 iron gears, 1 stone furnace, and 3 iron plates. We want to make. Has he done the coal yet? He has done the coal.
Sorry.
Let's
extend
take.
it.
That's fine. That's fine. We want to make 3 more burner miner drills each. Let's say. Click.
Hold on. I've got for the burner miner drill. It says I need total raw material of 9 plates.
Yep, that's what I was getting to. 9 plates and 5 stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason for the stone is it takes a stone furnace, which we can actually make the stone furnace with the stone that we just picked up. So we can do the intermediate step. So make 3 stone furnaces.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then come down here and grab some of the plate out of one of the furnaces that have been. Grab all of the plate out of one of the furnaces. Control left click on a furnace.
Control left click, yeah?
Control left click, yeah.
Yep, got you.
Okay. That should give you, if you hover over the burner miner drill, you should be able to make a couple of those now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what we'll want to do is let's get some more iron production going.
Okay,
So
so we
I'm
do
gonna
another of these burner miner things down there and
Miner
another
drill, yep.
furnace, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have enough to mate a miner drill with a furnace, go ahead and grab some more stone out of the stone mine that we left back there in the northeast.
Expert's having a few problems, Scott, so just bear with it.
Hold on, how do I get the oh no, never mind. Doesn't matter.
It's not me that's buffering, I just remembered.
What's that?
I'm streaming, so.
Yes. I'm trying to, but I'm not sure that it's actually done anything.
Oh, mine seems to be okay. You may have fixed it. It's definitely not my end, so don't panic. Oh, I'm out of coal. Well, I'm not, but I thought I was out of coal. Right. I'll let you two carry on now.
Usually when we're doing the multiplier, we'll take about we usually won't take more than half out of yep, I am kind of streaming, it looks like. We usually take about half out of the resources unless we're targeting crafting something specifically. So once you get that, go ahead and grab some of the coal from the coal drills that he's got started up here to the northwest.
Problem with Twitch, I think both my phone and my PC are buffering. Yeah, sounds like a Twitch issue. constant.
So at the coal thing, at the coal thing, there's only a burner miner thing. There's not a.
Yep, that's okay. If you take a look at it, you see how the arrows are pointing. Coal, these burner miner drills themselves need fuel because they're burner drills. Later on, we'll get electric drills, which won't require fuel.
Yay.
So if you see, what's happening is each drill is mining its coal and dumping it into the drill to its clockwise position. Yep. Well, yeah, clockwise position. So each one is mining and dumping its excess in the other. Now, because the drills mine coal faster than it burns it, what they do is they end up being a miniature stockpile of coal by doing it this way. So one of our early builds is this little configuration of coal drills so that we have a stockpile of coal going. So go ahead and put coal in each of those empty oops, I didn't grab any coal myself. I'll take those east two and go ahead and fill those left, the west two. Again, pick up a stack and control right click, you'll put half in.
It's not just me, it's Castanar as well who's playing. He's having stream issues. And it's more of an XSplit and Twitch connection.
Those will continue doing their business and we can go take a look. Now what he's doing is he's setting up our initial electricity over here. If you move over here to the west, you can see the initial electricity. And what he's got is...
Hold on.
Over, yeah.
I've set these up a little bit differently than normal. I've got 2 undergrounds.
Oops.
Yeah, that's how I normally like doing it in this wide open setup. Gives you room to expand both north and south.
Right, okay, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. So over here to the west, he's got power, initial power starter. There's 2 main types of power. You've got steam engines, which is what this is, and later on there's solar power as well. Steam engines require a water source, so you're going to have to build it somewhere where there's a lake. It's got a little water pump at the very north of this. Then he's got some underground pipe. That's what this little L is. If you hover over it, you'll see a little underground dashed line.
Yeah.
Going. That's indicating that's the pipe. Then he's got boilers to heat up the water.
Okay.
He's got some more pipe, and then he's got the actual steam engine. So basically, the steam engines take hot water and make electricity out of them. And that's what he's doing. Now, these boilers require fuel as well. So here you can see him with these little inserters, they're called. In this case, burner inserters. They're going to pick up coal from their immediate right and put it into the boilers, and that's what he's setting up here. So the next step is, and I'll start this. Let's go grab some iron. Go ahead and grab iron out of a couple of those mines there. And I'll grab some coal and fill that one drill as well. Now we're using one of the mods called Long Reach, which means we don't actually have to get right up to the furnaces and the various assembly devices to interact with them. Normally you'd have to be within half a dozen tiles or so. But with the Long Reach mod, you can actually be out of ways and actually manipulate objects. Okay, now what we want to do is open your crafting menu.
Hold on. So I picked the iron up how, sorry?
Control left click on a furnace.
Right.
Or control right click out of the furnace, which is what we generally do. But for now, go ahead and take as much as you need. Okay, open your crafting menu. The first tab, the logistics tab.
Yep.
we want to craft belts. Now, if you left click on it, it will craft one batch of belts, which will actually produce 2 transport belts. But if you right click on it, it'll queue up 5 of whatever item you're crafting. So right click as many times as you can, as you have enough iron to craft belts until you run out of belt crafting.
Yeah.
Now that's going to craft belts, and it will put those belts into your inventory, your inventory belt. Now, here's a trick. Your high use items like belts and underground belts and whatnot, you can lock into a spot on your belt. So that anytime you craft or pick up belts, it will go into a specific spot. I always use the belt, that first belt slot, as my standard transport belt. In order to lock something into a belt slot, hover over it on your belt and click the center mouse button. It'll turn a little shade of blue background.
So where am I doing this? On my belt?
Down on your inventory belt.
Yeah, I've done that, yeah.
I always keep the belt on the number 1 slot and lock it there. So anytime I pick up belt, it will automatically go into that first belt slot or whatever belt slot you're using. Click the center mouse button, it'll turn a shade of blue background.
Yep.
That indicates that that's locked in that slot. Anytime you pick up belt now, it will automatically go into that slot. Nothing else can go into that slot. And the reason you do that is if you click your 1 key now, your number 1 key, it'll pick up a piece of belt. And so 1 to 10 are your initial belt slots. Now what we want to do is we want to feed coal into these inserters here. So, and you can, if you have a piece of belt in your hand, you'll see it's got a direction that the belt moves.
Yeah, press the R and it rotates it, yeah?
North, yep, rotate. What we're going to do is we're going to lay some belts down along this line of inserters, heading to the south. And just left click, and hold. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here, and we're going to bring the coal up from this coal field here up and over. So if you have more belts, go ahead and complete this line north and then west.
Oops. How do I pick them up again?
Right click on it. Right click and hold. I'm sorry. There you go. That's very common, especially when you're doing that along belts. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more, make some more belts myself. And between us, we'll complete that line. You run out, go ahead and grab some more iron and...
My furnaces have disappeared. What's going on there?
He's moving them.
Okay.
He just didn't tell us. He's replacing them with electric mines.
Do you want some iron? I've used it all. Oops. Alright.
Of course you did. Of course you used it all. That's what you do.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, right click some more, and we can finish that little line of coal there. I'm going to go ahead and make the coal electric mine. Vision Express has a great selection of quality assets. And 39 pounds. Vision Express. Okay, now when it's already placed like that, okay. Now this is what's going to happen. Coal's going to get under this belt, and you can actually stand on the belt, and you can see how it's actually going to act. It's going to run up to the top, and then in this case, it's going to stop because there's no turn here. What you want to do is hover over that corner piece. Click the R key until it merges onto the belt heading to the west.
Yeah? No?
Nope.
Like that.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Right,
See,
I'll put it back for Steve. I was just showing Steve how it should look.
Oh, this corner piece up here. Hover over it.
Hold on.
He's working on it. That's it.
Okay.
But the other way.
There you go. So now what'll happen is the coal's gonna just come up, and it's just gonna stay on this belt and go over to the end where it's going to stockpile. I'm gonna go ahead and put a miner. I built a miner while we were doing that. So these miners actually require electricity. So the next thing we want to do, I need to get some wood. Go back into your crafting production tab. I'll show you how I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Next to the burner drill is a new item. It's called the electric mining drill. Now, if you hover over that,
Yep. Okay.
Okay, hover over it. You'll see you require electric circuits, iron gear wheels, and iron plates. Of course, we know about plates and gear wheels. In order to figure out what you need for the electric circuits, go to the next tab over the intermediate products.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see in the far right that electronic circuit requires 1.5 copper plate and 1 iron plate, which basically makes 1 iron plate and 3 copper cable. So you need a source of copper fairly early on. Hence, up in the north of this lake, go grab yourself some copper out of that the furnace up top. It's north of this lake here that we're next to.
Okay.
And if you scroll out using the mouse wheel, you can actually scroll out to where you don't have to actually run all the way up.
Scott's just asked me what I'm doing. I'm building.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop my stream because I don't know if it's an issue or a broadcaster issue. Like I said, it's running my CPU at 100%. I don't like that. My stream's running in and out. So I think I've seen a couple people pop in and out, but like I said, I'm going to end up getting that game capture card here this week, or ordering it this week.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've come across some crude oil.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's for later.
We can't do anything with it yet, but yep, it's up there. There should be 2 of them. Oh, look at your mini map. See those 2 red splotches in the far north?
Yep.
Don't get too close to those. Those are enemy alien bases.
Okay.
And eventually they will, well, they'll come try to eat us and eat our factory up.
Brains.
Oh.
Okay, so now you have some copper. You can actually make some more products. Let's see, with the copper we can now make inserters on the first tab of your crafting menu. You can make inserters and long inserters, long-handed inserters.
Long-handed was through research.
Yeah.
I could, but I need some more.
You need some more iron probably.
Plates.
Yeah. But having that copper in hand and some of the research that is being done, the research opened up the electric mining drill, which is in the second tab, and also the assembling machine 1s, which are our basic factories.
Okay.
I've started up that coal.
Okay.
The coal miner.
Yep. I was short wood, so okay. Down here you can see he's replaced the iron mines with a mining setup. It's not powered yet because it requires power, but he's got 5 electric mines. The mines are, instead of going directly into a furnace for smelting, what happens is the raw ore gets put up in here and comes down here where he's got a line of furnaces. Now these furnaces will, if you have picked up some iron out of those, you can make some inserters. These furnaces will pick the raw ore up and put it into the furnace. They'll also pick coal up off the second line, and there'll be a self-fueled continuous chain of iron production in these furnaces. This is what's called the start of a main bus. Basically,
So do I want to build these long-handed inserters or just inserters?
we're going to need both, actually, because what will happen The basic inserters, these yellow inserters,